and I am Shaggy Sissy Pants. And today I have a story to tell you about when I was growing up when I was a youngster. And when I was growing up, we had a neighbor, and his name was Bob. And Bob was a sales representative for chainsaws and lawn mowers. So he had awkward hours, and often he would be in his garage or shed in his backyard later at night, working on things and just getting things ready for his next sales gig or convention. So, because I'm such a terrific individual, I would spend my time going over there and scaring the living crap out of him. So, I always perceived myself, especially my younger self, to be a ninja. So as a ninja, you have to sneak around people. So I would get up within like 1 or 2 feet of the guy and then just be like, "Hey Bob, what you doing?" And he'd be like, "Jesus Christ!" And like throw his hands all about, throw tools about, and then cuss me out for a good long time. That was the regular stance. When he was working in a shed, he had kind of a bigger yard. And so in his yard there was the shed, the corner that was had the shed in it was the one that was closest to my yard. But on the other corner, which was further away, he had a dog that was very barky and very curious to what's going on. So I would have to take the extra long route to go out of my yard, in through his front yard, basically on the street, cut down the side by his bushes, hop his fence where his dog was, and then talk to the dog and calm him down, like, "Hey buddy, how's it going? Shh, don't say anything about me being here." And then proceed to walk across the yard in stealth, and Bob would also be out at his shed, and he would be working on whatever, and then I would be over his shoulder and be like, "Hey Bob, how you going?" And all of a sudden, "Ah, Jesus Christ," and throw his hands all over the place again, and possibly lose tools and parts, which, thinking back on it currently, that's not a very nice thing to do, especially when a guy's just trying to make a living. But, I'm like 11 or 12 years old. What do I know? I know how to be stealthy, apparently. So anyway, this individual is kind of like a pillar of the community, and he's a vet. So the vets had a pancake breakfast for this water sporting event that was going to happen a little bit afterwards. And we go see him. I'm like, "Hey Bob, how's it going?" And he's like, a little chit chat here and there. And then my wife and I get our pancakes and go sit down. And he's like, "Hey you, remember when I was in my yard and you scared the living crap out of me?" I was like, "Sure do, Bob. Very fond memories." So then, and that made me laugh a lot. I was like, "That's great." And then that was like maybe about 2 years ago, if not a little bit longer. And then just recently, unfortunately, Bob's not doing well, so they had like a big benefit for him, and drinks and raffle tickets and sales and pasta dinners and all this stuff to raise money for Bob, so we definitely went there. And then once again, I go see him, and he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" "I'm doing it's great." And then after that, he says, "Hey, you remember what you scared me?" And I was like, "Sure do, that's fond memories for me." And then he proceeded to tell everybody else around us about how I would scare the crap out of him. And like I said, younger me thought it was entertaining. I still do think it's entertaining. However, it's kind of sad that this guy Bob only remembers me because I scare the crap out of him in his backyard. But hopefully he's doing better. Hopefully that benefit all went well for him. That story, just because it popped up recently, I thought I would share it. You guys might enjoy it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, put the notification bell on. If you have any other topics that you think I might know about, I might have a story about it. If you leave a comment below, say, "Hey, do you have any stories about such and such?" And then maybe I do. Or at least I'll respond to your comment in some form. So anyway, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed that story, because I enjoyed telling it to you. See you again real soon, and